Factory and barracks get switched around. Two Hellions, as we previously predicted, are being produced as he drops down, as he starts building his command center.
Yeah, we see a tech lab there, so most likely after the first two Hellions, maybe four Hellions have come out, he's gonna switch the factory onto the tech lab. No, he won't. He's gonna put down another barracks, so maybe we'll see Blue Flame later as the two Hellions are making their way across the map, only to do a bit of scouting, maybe see what the Zerg is doing as we have metabolic speed boost for the Zerglings about halfway.
Isamu trying to block up the entrance of expansion, unfortunately wasn't able to do so. We see the two Hellions get in, close the first drone and one Zergling, as we see them make their way into the main. Will they go for the mineral line? Yes, they do. One queen only to ward them off while we see the Zerglings chase.
He's being very annoying with these two Hellions now, but he's using the drones to get a surrounder and both Hellions go down. Now, meanwhile, he has added another factory here. He's going to swap that factory to let the barracks go down. So now he has two reactor barracks as well as a tech lab here. Down about halfway, so we might see a timing attack as his second orbital just completes now. He has put down his bunker as well as a supply depot. He's going to have a nice sim city there, probably wants to add maybe one additional bunker or a few more supply depots to make sure those Zerg run-bys aren't going to catch him off guard.
Very true, Mishi. We see that looking at the unit counting station, we see the Zerg with 31 drones compared to the 27 SCVs for Mesian. The mules, of course, making all the difference, definitely giving Mesian the slight income advantage.
So we see now a double Evo chamber at the front of the base, making sure those Hellions aren't going to run in there. As we see both Carapace level 1 and melee attack level 1 being researched at the same time. Probably the starport has already completed, as it has the factory making a reactor, and he's probably going to swap that onto, so we get his medivacs out there. His second gas has been taken in his main, though he has not taken them at his natural just yet, but he's going to go for that very marine heavy infantry style, as he has those medevacs in support. No engineering bay as of yet in Van Mazian's main, as I would like to see him get those upgrades starting if he's going to stay infantry heavy, as combat shield just commences now.
Isamu should probably try and do more with the scouting. We see that he has almost no idea what the Terran is doing. By seeing all these Marines, he might opt to go for a Baneling Nest. We see him getting his lair and his third base, macro hatch in his main.
That is correct. He just took down those annoying destructible debris there at his potential third. The creep is making its way over there, and I think Isamu will want to take his third, but he's staying very Zerg heavy until now. I don't think how well they're gonna fare very well against those stimmed Marines with combat shield. What do you think, Cal?
I agree. I think that Isamu should probably invest in a Baneling's Nest. It's cheap. We do see two medivacs filled with Marines making its way to the Zerg main. The Zerg does spot it though. Let's see how it reacts.
Yeah, we also have the Queen there, and that is not going to do anything. We still have that little cliff there, so maybe he wants to drop down there, use the medivacs for vision. As we see the Zerg taking the base, which is a bit further. The Terran might not expect this, as the Zerg prefers to take the third close to his main base, as this one will be more difficult for him to fend off. Although, if he gets the creep spread going with the large amount of Zerglings as well as the Spire finishing, he might do well in defense. But let's see how the Zergling fares.
We see Mezian finally investing into a mech play. We have a second tank coming up as third command center is being put down. The drop bay has been forwarded, has been held back, and he is going back, fortunately, without doing any damage.
Yes. Looking at the unit counting station, 46 SCVs against 43 drones. The Zerg would or should be ahead at this point. We see a large number of Zerglings there, so he invested his larva into the Zerglings instead of drones. But as we have the mutas going out there, let's see how he's going to use these mutas. I hope he'll do better than in the last game, because if he throws away these mutas against them Marines, he's going to lose this game fairly quickly.
As you said, the surprising large amount of Zerglings, most of those, each two Zerglings are a potential drone, and Zerg is a race which counts a lot on expanding and building as many workers as possible. Most Zergs would prefer only to build units when they have to, until they've established themselves on the map and built a big enough economy to choose whatever tech route they see fit. We do see some mutas trying to peek into Terran expansion, but unfortunately, well-placed turrets hold him back. He is targeting a few supply depots, but again, nothing the Terran should be too concerned about.
Yeah, now we see the Marines coming in there, and he's stemming. He stemmed a bit late, losing one, maybe two mutas as he retreats. Now we see the drones being transferred to a few drones being transferred to his third base. The Terran does not know about it just as of yet, I don't think, as he's now about to pop his fourth down at what the Terran will believe will be his third. So at the moment the Zerg is a bit ahead economy wise, I would say, as we see the Marines and tanks pushing out through the middle.
We see a massive push by the Terran player. Let's see how Isamu tries to defend this. He still has no banelings, surprising considering the large amount of Marines he's seen.
Yeah, and now let's see how he will fare. As you said, there are a large number of Zerglings. He does have carapace and such, but will it be enough? Ventral sack, so maybe he's going to go for a mass drop in the main, as the Terran is a bit indecisive about what he wants to do. Maybe I think he should siege up in the middle of the map, reduce the creep spread of the Zerg, as we see a few mutas trying to make their way in the middle, but this isn't going to do very well against that many Marines.
I'm still very surprised he hasn't decided to go for a bailing net, but here we see many Zerglings running in, stemmed Marines and tanks. The tanks are caught unsieged. Let's see what the Marines can do, and yeah, the large number of stemmed Marines absolutely decimate the Zerg army. Like I said, had he had a few banelings into the mix, this fight would have probably ended up a lot differently.
Yeah, that is correct. Now we see the tanks sieging up in the middle, finally taking out a few creep tumors here, as we see two medevacs make their way across, but will they be spotted? No. And he is prone to cause some large damage down here at the third of Isamu, as there's only one queen defending as of yet.
There's almost nothing to defend here. We're going to see the Marines stim in and possibly take out the queen before taking out the hatchery. We do see the Zerg trying to kill off the Terran contain, and looks like he'll be successful this time. All the siege tanks are down, going for the few Marines left. But meantime, we see Mezian going after the fourth hatchery. Looks like he will take it down. There's nothing here to stop him from doing so. Most of the drones try to escape, but he doesn't end up killing a few. The mutas fall back to try and take out the Marines, but stimmed Marines, man.
Yeah, that was a bit sloppy there, as the mutas were flying in single file. The drones with the surround, as well as the Zerglings. But look at those medevacs healing away, and Van Mazian finally gets cleaned up there, but I think Van Mazian is in a lot better position as the Zerg, as we look at the unit counting station. 83, 85 for the Zerg, as to 145 to for the Terran as he is taking his fourth near the top, but the Overseer sees it all.
Enjoy your view of the Overseer. It's one of the few units which will be taken out in the up-and-coming expansion, as Blizzard has informed us. Zerg is down about 60 supply. The Terran's going up with a massive amount of units. Is there anything he can do to stop this?
He has a grand total of 6 Banelings, 1 Muta, and 47 Zerglings.
So finally deciding to invest in those Banelings. A little too late, I think.
Yeah, we're at the 20-minute mark. Maybe he just forgot about it. Maybe he was a bit stressed about his opponent. Let's see. Siege tanks sieging up, Marines going in, stores in the back, and he is definitely going to lose that base.
There's no saving this hatchery. He did take another base somewhere in the top left center part of the map. It's still not mining though, and it has been already spotted by the Terran.
Yeah, this is only a matter of time now as we see a mass. Oh, look at this.
A mass Zergling drop. Probably a last ditch effort by SMO.
Yeah, that is correct. Let's see what our Terran has in the main here. Not much, to be honest, and now a few Marines coming in, 1 Muta going away at that Marine. Now here comes the drop, Zerglings going at those production facilities, Banelings there, but he shouldn't waste those Banelings on the buildings. He should wait for the Marines to come in.
A very clever idea for the drop at the main. I feel it might have been a little too late. He is taking out a large number of SCVs, but again, he's down almost 70 plus supply. Had he done this drop at the 10-minute mark or so, had he built his Baneling nest a little earlier, I think this game might have potentially been in his favor.
Yeah, we look at the SCV count, 44 against 39, although the third is still, he's got plenty of resources there. The fourth that he was taking was cancelled though, as we see a large number of fungals going off here. Only 2 medivacs, another fungal here, and we have broodlords. Where did he get those broodlords from, Cal? Let's see how he fares. Broodlords are great. The siege tank should retreat there. Another fungal going off there. He's going to lose the siege tanks there. And let's see if our Zerg can make a little bit of a comeback here.
Great fungal play by SMO. I do not think it will be enough. Probably just slow down his eventual death. We do see the Marines streaming in now, taking out the infestors, and there's the GG by SMO.
Yep, that was game number 1 between Isamu and Van Mazian. So our next map, Cal, do you know what our next map is, or will the loser chooses? So we have absolutely no idea. What a silly question. My name is Winner. Stay tuned. Map number 2 coming up in just a second.